Hey guys, so I thought I would do some of God's Descent with commentary. Earlier I was having mic issues, and I still sort of am, but hopefully it holds up all right through this. And I'll have some of the earlier levels that I did without commentary and just recorded my play on my personal channel. It'll just take a really long time to upload, so I'm not doing it yet. Um, just because it's a pretty big file. This event does take a really long time. I find it kind of draining that they want us to do so many, basically the equivalent of a world boss over and over again um, within 2 days. So it's definitely not my favorite event. I think they could have thought this through a little bit better instead of making it so time consuming. Just a quick update on what's happening on my servers, God's Descent. What I usually do, because I don't really need these resources that much, or they're easier for me to get. So I let my guild try to get the first kill, and if they can't, and somebody from a different guild, in this case Grimmith got it, somebody else gets the first kill on the earlier ones, I'll try and catch up and basically steal all the first kills from them, and then if somebody gets ahead of gets into second place, basically, so gets right behind me and is able to beat all the people in the other guilds, then I'll stop and let them catch up if they're willing to. In that case, it's usually a race, and they usually have to cash to get these first kills. So my buddy Alpha Prodigy was able to do that, and he did a few levels and told me he's done. And so I've gotten them since then, except last night Grimmith got another one away from me just because I fell asleep for a really long time, and I think he nabbed that last level. So we're tied right now, and I'm gonna go after this wind one. So I've got my dark pet on, and hoping to get the first kill. So let's see. The last one took me, I think, 7 attempts. So I think this one should take me at least that. And actually, I want to start a little bit later. I'm gonna hold off this recording and start in about 7 or 8 minutes, because what happens is that every 10 minutes we get a new attempt. So the remaining challenges right now are 5, but I had 5 earlier, and so it caps out at 5. And so what you can do is, the moment that I start this fight, it starts a clock for 30 minutes where I have to beat the boss within that allotted amount of time. And if I start at around here, it's 9:40. So if I start at 9:47, 9:48, around there, within that 30 minutes, I'll get 3 extra free attempts, and then so I can have 8 total free attempts. And then if I can get all of those, the number of ones that I need to cash, if it's a very hard level, is greatly decreased, and hopefully I can just get it done for free within that time. But these later levels are very, very difficult, and oftentimes take a long time to beat. I do have a lot more BR than I did last time we did this event, so maybe it's okay. I think I recorded this one last time, but it definitely took at least a few Balins in order for me to beat this one before. So I'll be back once in a few minutes, and so I can time this correctly. Hey guys, something went a little bit funky with my mic again, but I've already started up this boss. I have 4 remaining challenges right now, and I'm at 86% of his HP left. When I started up that last one, I had my runes incorrect. So let me get Meyer in there, and would a heal, or maybe I'll leave on this Guardian rune, because I can actually last 1 shot from his final attack with a Guardian rune if I'm not in Sylph mode when I do that. So I'll just try it for now. See how it goes. But I definitely want the Meyer. Let's see here. Okay. So using an attack, this is the same technique I use for World Boss, and now I'm letting AFK mode choose a skill. In this case, Centauria, which is not necessarily what I would hope it would pick, but it's okay. I just need something. So now you see my skills blinking, and so I'm basically queuing skills. Right now it's being told to do a bolt, and while that bolt is casting, I'm already QTing for thunder. So yeah, just staying one ahead. So now I'm going to awaken and use this Maya rune. Hopefully get some double hits with my pet as well, but usually if I rune after I awaken, it'll keep the blinking, but for whatever reason it didn't, so I just restart the process. And this way you can often get double hits without any slows, and with a Maya rune sometimes I can get triple hits. I'm just going to do this Devour Soul, which is kind of like Bloodthirsty. Get out and AFK again. So this is the AFK chosen skill. And now I'm going to Thunder. I think somebody from my guild is watching my whip event video and saying that he likes the way I say the word whip, so I can be like Stewie and say, cool whip. And so for the early bosses, I really can just care about healing myself. About doing damage. But actually now I have to worry about living for a while. So I do bring heals. And I'm going to use this Guardian rune and hope that it gets in before he attacks me, because he does have this 1000% increase. But because of that, I wasn't able to use my Maya rune, so I wasn't able to slow him. So I'm dead. It's a pity. I think I'm going to switch to maybe using Damnation. I like using Damnation in this case. Instead of Rain of Fire. So last time it said I had 4 remaining challenges, and now I still have 4 remaining challenges, and that's because I got a free one a few minutes in. So here we go. I have a little 23.5 minutes to go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't usually lead with Damnation. I usually like to use Damnation before I go into Sylph mode, but that's just my error. A little bit laggy, but not so bad that I can't play. At least not so bad yet. Maybe get a Centauria in beforehand. Come on. Alright, let's see. Okay, yeah, this time I didn't have to press AFK to get my skills to blink. But now they're not blinking again. What is going on? That's frustrating. So this is the Sylph I just most recently refined. So it's called Gaia, which is strange. I don't know why they would rename a. I'm losing the. Losing my chance to double hit because something so dumb and not doing what I want it to. So I need to get out of Sylph and go AFK again. So yeah, that's my new Sylph. I like it a lot. It's just a huge HP upgrade. Is that kind of how it feels? And then one extra skill. Oh, I'm just doing all sorts of errors right now. Didn't get my Guardian rune in. So let's see how far I've gotten. I'm at about 61%. So I've killed off 39% in 3 turns. So that's 13% each. So yeah, this is going to be close as far as attempts go. Hopefully, there is one boss. There's the fire boss before this one. The most recent fire boss that I killed has this really nasty thing at the end where he does these almost like Yaros, where he like rages up like small buffs, like not the 1k% ones, but just smaller buffs, and he kills me right at the end, and it's very frustrating and uses up an extra attempts because of it. But I don't think this one does anything like that. So I'm gonna use Thunder and Damnation after this, and then go use Squimingo. One person from my server asked me, because he knows that I name my sylphs after beers, and he asked me, I've heard of all the beers that your sylphs are named after, except for Squimingo, and I had to enlighten him that it's not actually a beer. I just think that this pet looks like a squid and a flamingo at the same time, or like the love child of a squid and a flamingo, and so I decided to name it that. Get in a Devour Soul, and then AFK out. Really likes to use that darn Damnation. I think at this point I have to really aggressively go after 2 Sylph turns. So maybe I shouldn't stay in that one Sylph turn so long. And try and get 2 Sylph ultimate attacks out. That might be better. Because he does seem to not give me much time to rage up. Yeah, see, it's already got it. Guardian rune. No. Alright. This is rough. Let's see here. So that time I only got 12%, but that's okay. Let me think. Is there anything else I can adjust? Astral Seam, okay. I'll just go for it. I'd have to say that wind bosses are probably my least favorite in God's Descent. Pretty much every single wind boss has something nasty about them. They either do a lot of damage or they have a really mean ultimate attack. That kind of dinosaur bird one always drives me crazy. It's one of the lower, like, well, I mean, for me, one that I should be able to deal with pretty easily. But because he bleeds, it's difficult anyway. So yeah, I have trouble with the wind ones and oftentimes the lightning ones as well. Lightning, electro. Those bosses tend to hit very hard, and I do prefer using Hercules in God's Descent, but in this case, against the wind bosses, against the other lightning bosses, Hercules just doesn't do much damage, and so I usually just have to settle for using Aegis here, Aegis, Gaia, whatever you want to call her. Maybe what I have to do is use my slow earlier so that he doesn't get to that 1k% as soon. Maybe my thunder will do that for me. Yeah, that's asking too much for that kind of luck. Alright, so I'm just gonna use my slow then. Usually I would wait to use slow until my sylph, but, oh, what's going on? I clicked the rune. Oh, never mind. I'll just sylph with Mire. Hope for the best. And I'm only going to get... Oh, apparently no hit in. That was fast. I thought I would at least get one in. But he does rage up quickly. I have 2 remaining challenges left. 15 minutes and 37% HP to go. So I really need probably 3 attempts more. And I've already picked up 1 more attempt. So it looks like by the time that I get... within this time I can get 1 more attempt. So I need to do well and hopefully clear this out within 3 attempts. Or else I'm going to have to pay 35 Balins to get 1 more attempt and beat him. It's always like Centauria or Damnation if I have the rage. The AFK mode likes those skills. It's just very frustrating because I don't want to do that. I really wish my Thunder would do a little bit better with getting the slows, because then during my regular turns he would be going slower. But I prefer to save, at least for the first one, save Mire for when I sylph so I can get a bunch of sylph double hits in. Should be a basic attack and then use Endless Engulf, the Delphic. Pretty good with the crits this time. Well, that helps out my numbers. And again, AFK mode choosing Centauria. Come on. There we go. Thunder slow worked, so that should help me out a bit. On a good day with very little lag, I can get 3 thunderbolts in if they're slowed. Three bolts in 1 turn. Other days not so lucky, but lagging maybe a little too much for that right now. Wow, it's rough to get that Guardian rune in. Oh, well, that illusion just saved my butt for 1 turn. I'm still gonna die here. So I'm in trouble because I think this might take more than 3 turns. Well, now I have 26% to go, so I need to kill 13% each, which seems a little bit difficult. Let me think here. I have 1 attempt left. I'm not going to be able to do this in 2 attempts. But, alright. 35 Balins isn't going to kill me, but I hope that's the extent of it. Maybe I'm just going to try slowing now. I don't know what that's going to do. It's really going to help, but sort of way to like just perma-freeze him. Because really, freezes are the only way that I can get a lot of attacks in. I'm just going to use this Guardian rune for the sake of using a rune. Might be better off just using a brutality or something here. Especially with being able to heal with Aegis. Maybe it really is better to just go offensive. In my head, it makes more sense to be able to live longer and do more damage, but right now, that kind of conservative mentality of mine is probably not helping me. Oh, it's gonna be close. Really need to knock off a bit more to put myself in a good position for that 8th attempt. Or might be my 7th. Now I've lost track. Alright, one more slow, please. Nope. Man, he hits fast. I mean, Thunder is a very slow skill, but even so. Alright, well, show me exactly 13%. So this is going to be cutting it really close. I'm going to go get a Brutality rune. See if that helps me out. And what else can I do? I have some time. Right now it says remaining purchase attempts are 1,000, which is a nice way of saying unlimited. And I should be getting another attempt in a minute or so. So I'll just wait out for that. Hey guys, so I just got my next attempt. It's 1 minute after 10:10, so maybe it takes a minute after that to show up. But I have one remaining attempt. It's going to be really close. I hope I can manage this. If not, I'm going to buy one attempt. For me, I mean, I keep doing these until... Okay, last time I spent... Actually, towards the end, I was spending a few billions on time as well, but that's not totally ideal. Oh, so my Thunder just got rid of the slows. Hopefully my crits are on point. Alright, I think I really need to get into myself twice. So I'm just going to use these 4 skills and then get out. Probably should have been the plan in the first place, but... Come on, slow him. Brutality out. But yeah, I find this pretty grueling to be doing a world boss for basically 2 days straight. To me, is just excessive. Gonna be cutting it close. So I'm going to, I have a Thunder in queue right now. And hopefully can finish him off with Squimingo. Nailing these double hits is really key to a lot of any of these single target things, having success with them. So Necropolis, Skytrail, if you can do that, you can definitely pull off some of the stuff at much lower level, lower BRs. So that's that one. I'm gonna wait until I have five attempts before going on to this Electro one. But I will do 24. Beyond that, it's going to depend on what's going on my server. So right now, I'm one boss ahead of Grimeth. He got first kill on this fire one, so that's where he was. We were tied before. Now I've cleared this one. So I don't know if he's willing to move on. And then last time I think Gringo was willing to cash pretty high for some of these higher levels, but I don't think he's going to do it this time. So the only people that I would be too concerned about beating me now are maybe our top two archers, Late Night and Robin, or our top knight, Grimeth. So I'll keep an eye out on them, but definitely after this one, I'll be done. So I'll be back once I have those attempts and do one more, and then hopefully, cross my fingers, I don't have to do any more of this in order to get first. Alright, so ready to do another level of God's Descent. It's actually been a few hours since I did the last one, just because it was interrupted by, well, the time that I got my remaining challenges. It was almost time for World Boss, and so I've done some MPs and things since, but nobody's made a move really that I can tell. Late Night might have done one more level or something like that, but I'm just looking, thinking that this guy, he attacks back row first, so I'm actually just going to change my troop formation, and I'm really hoping to be able to do this within 8 attempts, and not have to cash any more attempts. So I'm just going to pop a pot, sort of harmless there, and maybe a magic attack scroll, just to see if I can do a little bit more damage each time. And anything else? I think that's about all I can do. Yeah, let's go for it. I think I have the timing right. Let me double check the clock. Yeah, it should be good. Well, it's good to be cautious, especially when you first begin, because you only have 30 minutes to do this, and you want everything to be right when you get into it. So I'm just going to go ahead and slow early. I think that was actually to my advantage before. And yeah, I was right about this guy hitting the back row first. Now, I just don't want to have to deal with too many heals and things, because I want to be doing damage, so I'll just let my troops take the heat. So I'm going to do a Thunder and hope that it slows, and then Silt, and yep, it did slow, and then do a little Brutality Rune. Again, I'm going to try and get in 2 Sylph turns, because that, when I finally remembered to do that, last boss definitely seemed to do more damage and be more successful in general. So just going to get out here, not bother with any single attacks. Really, any type of slow. Knights here have it the toughest. If you're a knight and you get lucky and you see a Maya rune in the mystery shop, I definitely suggest if you can get it, you should get it. It's really one of the most helpful PvE things, PvE runes that I've gotten. I maxed it out. It requires the same amount of rune EXP as a heal or a blood rune. So it's not like you're getting yourself into something similar to amnesia or any of the other ancient runes. It costs a lot less EXP, and it's very, very helpful. I've heard that eventually knights with the advanced skills get a slow, but I still think it's a worthwhile investment. So I haven't gotten any nasty debuffs, which I'm glad. That means I don't have to switch to using, adding a purification or anything like that into my spec. Right, I just botched that, but either way, I was gonna die. I was on AFK mode and I used Centauria, and so I was just trying to get in something else, but no go there. Out of troops. Should do that quickly. And continue. Oh, I didn't check how much I beat. But about, well, a little less than 2/3 of a bar that time, so this is not great as far as how much I'm taking out each time, but hopefully it's enough. I'm pretty sure this is. If I do as well as I did last turn, that I should be able to do this within 7 or 8 attempts, which will be great. Alright, so I lost the thing that helps me get the double hits, so I just in AFK mode, and of course it chooses Centauri again, which I think is just its default or something. Maybe I should get rid of Centauria. Doesn't seem like I'm using it much. Could put Rain of Fire or something in like that. It is nice though, because then you don't have to think too much about heals, but since I have Devour Soul and a pet, maybe it's not really worth using. Alright, so self-skill. So she looks like a bird or a butterfly or something here, but I really cannot quite figure out what Aegis is. Right. It's a nice crit. What to do? Try and get Damnation in before I Sylph. Actually, you know what? That was probably a mistake. I probably should have tried to Thunder and slow it. If I can get through a whole Sylph turn now, I'll be impressed with myself. Should get my ult in soon. Yeah, because I'm about to die here. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part, but let's see how my numbers look. So I've used 2 attempts, and I'm at 71%. Okay, so that's not bad, actually. This is actually going better than the last one, but I always have trouble with those wind bosses. There's something about them. Alright, so I'm gonna do, well, if I don't, yeah, I think it's probably better if I get rid of this Centauria. AFK mode seems to like it way too much, and it's getting in the way of me doing more damage. Let's see here. Let's see what it picks next. Alright, it picks Damnation, which I guess is it's better than Centauria, but it's not quite as good as just picking a basic skill or something. I would rather do Damnation before the Sylph. Lagging again. I'm lined in through an Ethernet cable now, which finally we semi-improved the internet in my new apartment, but still not fantastic. I think it might be the area. Silly Comcast. As far as resistances go, I mean, I have a lot of electric resistance, so I actually fare pretty well against this one. But in general, I mean, you can pay to convert your resistance crystals to do this if you're taking a lot of damage. So like I don't do well against the fire ones or the wind ones because I don't have resistance for either of those. The light ones I do well against because I end up using my dark pet, and even though I take a lot of damage, I also do a lot of damage. So so there I don't really mind, but in general, I mean, you want to do these world boss type events for gold, and it costs a lot to switch around your resistance crystals, so I wouldn't bother. I think it's worth it for class wars, but I don't think it's worth it for this. That was slow, but hopefully reset that slow so it's slow for a full 2 turns. Yep. And I should remember. Usually I don't do the ultimate too soon when I know I have enough time. But now I should really go out of my way to do it early, just to make sure. Yeah, that time was better. Because he has raged up. And there she goes. 340k, and it didn't even crit, so not so pretty. I'm at 3 challenges and I've used 3, so I've collected 1 free challenge in the process. And we're at 52%. Okay, 3 challenges and 52% is really pretty good. I'm in good shape. I hope this is the last boss I have to do in order to get first place. I mean, for the sake of the video, maybe people would enjoy seeing me do more of this, but I don't really want to have to get to the point where I have to cash to beat these bosses. I'd much rather just do as much as I can for free. I do cash a bit for the earlier bosses to if I feel like I can block out people from from other guilds from getting the first kill. But that's really the extent of me cashing in God's Descent, if I can help it at all. But who knows? Somebody might try and take first. But I think it's worth it if I have to spend, you know, a dollar or two on more attempts to be able to get the 300 sepulchrum that are in the rewards for first place. Second place I think gets 150 sepulchrum. So for me, a couple dollars for 150 sepulchrum is a pretty decent deal. So I would be willing to do it, but I would rather not have to. Last time I feel like I was healing a lot last month when I did this. So the HP that I got recently from the whip event has definitely helped, and also the HP from using my dark pet. The refined sylphs, they get so much more space for sepulchrum, and so I just have a ton more HP, which is great for all this PvE stuff. There we go. So I'm actually not going to use Devour Soul here. One, because he's going to rage up soon anyway. And there's the passive on Hades, which makes me do more damage every like 10% HP that I'm missing. 10 or 20%, something like that. And so, what is going on? Why does it keep auto-attacking? I'm confused. That's annoying. Kept on clicking on my ult and it kept on auto-attacking. It's bizarre. Okay, 37% to go and 2 attempts. But I'll get another one in a minute or so. There we go. God's Descent is definitely a pre-caching event, and by pre-caching I mean the more that you cache and the higher your BR is before the event, the less you'll need to cache during the event, which is why I can get pretty good rewards from it without having to dump a lot of money into it. So it's nice for the bigger cachers, but if for the lower BR people on the server, it's not really practical to push so hard to get the bigger rewards. It's not worth the money. I mean, I've seen some people drop even higher BR people drop a lot of money into trying to get lots of the high levels on this, and I just don't think it's worth it. The main reward for killing these, well, one, there's gold, but it also gives sands. But only the first kills give tier shards for the levels, which is what most people need in order to refine themselves. Most people, they get enough sands from the horns that it's not really an issue. So I would just try and rank as high as possible without spending a ton of money. So just you know, wait to make sure that your attempts are full, so you have 5 before you start, and beat as many bosses as you can like that, and see how high you can rank on your server. and hopefully get into a pretty good winning bracket and get tier shards that way. You know, eventually you're gonna have plenty of those shards. Most people, I mean, probably only have 3 sylphs that they want to really refine with any degree of urgency, and probably, you know, just 1 for most people, for many people, especially low cash players, probably just focusing on your main pet. So there's no need to rush. And I think I botched something there, probably while I was rambling, because I didn't get much of my second sylph turn. But I have 2 attempts now, and 22% to go, so I'm pretty sure I can do this. Attempt to focus. The toughest one with the commentary is definitely Class Wars, trying to say something relatively constructive while I'm trying to beat people. So hopefully I've gotten a little bit better at it as these videos have gone on. Last month was my first. It was, yeah, I had probably only done 1 video before doing Class Wars with commentary. So maybe this month it'll be semi-constructive. Oh dear. Got a slow on. Uh-oh, missing the rune. Still have a turn or 2 on the slow. Oh, just 1. I don't know why it made me auto-attack when I kept on trying to do my Delphic before, but it seems okay now. Maybe it was just lag. Just attribute all my issues to lag. Alright, so I think I'm in pretty good shape. See if I can get another slow and go into sylph. But yeah, this event really is too much. They need to cut the HP on these guys, like, in half, at least. Maybe lower the number of attempts on each one and just make them not take so long. I mean, each one takes longer than, well, each one of these tougher bosses takes as long as a world boss. So maybe it's okay for people who only do, you know, a few levels in the younger servers, but I'm finding this a bit too much when I have to do 24 of them at this point. Oh, look, an illusion. It's always nice. 1 illusion procs at a nice time. I haven't caught it. Maybe I'm just focusing too much on the opponent. But I do have a regeneration astral on right now. So I have 1 more attempt and I have 9 minutes. So I'll just go take a peek at my astrals. Right now I don't have any defense on. And I have deflection, illusion on. And then of course determination and a refine goddess blessing. And then I put this regeneration astral, which I've just kind of been feeding, as I'll probably feed it into either, depending on how much I'm able to level it, put it into Deflection or Guardian Angel for class wars, but I don't like putting on Guardian Angel for PvE things because it reduces my chance of crit healing myself. Not that I've been healing much in this event, but it just doesn't go over that well, especially for things like Skytrail and Tormented Necropolis. I just don't like using that Astral, so I haven't bothered using it here either. Oh, it's so low that I can't even see what it's at. So here I know I'm in good shape, and so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up my Rage and my Awakening instead of using my Sylph. So for now I can use a Thunderer or two and still be alright. But in case I do the next one, I'll have a bunch of Rage and Awakening points. I'll just have to start the next one using my Dark Pet instead of Hercules, even though I feel like the next one is a dark opponent, so I'll probably want to be using Hercules instead of Aegis for most of it. Okay, one more. Nice crit. Please. Should be good. There we go. Alright, first kill rewards. Let's see here. So, you finish first place and you get 10 tier shards. And what else? 10 tier shards, 7 sands for the first kill, and then the level rewards. Baldwin's calling me a noob. But anyway, so yeah, that's level 24. I'm hoping, honestly, that I don't have to do 25. If somebody starts catching up tonight, maybe I'll go ahead and record that. It's a dark opponent, and it also every 5 levels. I'm pretty sure these are tough ones. What was 20? Oh, 20 was the Apollo. So actually that wasn't so bad. But I feel like I did this one last time and I did not enjoy it, and I had to use a bunch of attempts. So it might be better this time around, but I'm hoping that I stay in the lead for now. And yeah, so that's God's Descent. I hope you guys did as well as you possibly can. Just remember to collect these challenges. Collect 5 when it's a tough boss, and don't start until like 2 or 3 minutes before you're going to get another free attempt, and you'll be able to get 8 each boss within 30 minutes. So those are little things that you can do to make sure that you're not spending more than you have to. If you do spend. And if you're playing for free, you can get as many points as possible from the boss. Well, okay. Have a very good day, you guys. Take care.